ride, brother. Hop on in. Yeah, I saw you broke down there in one of my competitors' trucks over there. This is a 2017 International HX. HX meaning heavy extreme. Oh, by the way, my name is Luis. I'm with Summit Truck Group here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We are the local international dealer for the state of New Mexico. I was just coming from one of my other dealerships in Lubbock. We do have a total of 33 dealerships in the Summit Group. I noticed your truck has a one-piece windshield. You'll take a look. This has a two-piece, but with the International HX, you can get a one-piece too. We have the greatest line of sight with regards to your vision. So you'll be able to see your truck very well, not only to the left, but also to the right. I noticed you've been looking at my dash. You see all my switches, I can reach everything right where I'm at. This is an ergonomic dash, meaning you don't have to stretch way over to the passenger seat to touch your knobs. All your buttons are going to be right here. They're all rigid, and they all are latch switches on here. Now if you take a look at all the gauges I got up here too, you got your front axle, you got your rear axle. That's going to tell you how hot your axles are getting. You also got your air applied, and that's going to be for when you apply your brakes. One of the big features of this truck that a lot of people really like though is going to be my speedometer. My speedometer and my tachometer, you can see are both together. So when I take off, you'll see them both start to go up, and you'll see them both adjust as I change gears and I change speeds. That way you're not looking at two different gauges, you only got one gauge. And then you got your fuel gauge, your depth gauge there as well. LED readout down here. National HX, we went away from the air horn being over here on the steering wheel. We put that lanyard right up here. Nice. Have I ever told you a story about a huck bolt? Let's get on out the truck and I'll tell you exactly what a huck bolt is. I told you I'd tell you a story about a huck bolt. This is a huck bolt, my friend. You get right up in here, you look at this, you're not going to have a nut on one side and a bolt on the other side. This is attached to the frame. What that means is you're going to have a better, more secure grip. It's also, you're going to be able to torque that down a heck of a lot more. You're not going to have issues with a nut trying to fall off of there, trying to put a lock washer. That's going to give you good holding strength right there. Speaking of holding strength, look at this frame. This is a 12-inch frame, very rugged frame. You got 3.5 million RPM on this frame. What that means is with this heavy-duty frame, you don't have to worry about going with a double-channel frame. You don't have to do a reinforcement on there. Why is that a benefit? It's a benefit because whenever it rains, you get snow, you get all that crud up from the road, you don't get all that rust in between your frame. Now, if an application calls for a double frame, you can still do a double frame. But this frame allows you to have a heavy-duty frame to do long haul, to do heavy haul, do just about any kind of truck application you need. Now let's talk about this International. The HX comes in 4 different models. That's a HX 515, that's a HX 520, that's a 615, and a 620. What's all that mean to you? Well, just a bunch of numbers really. But when we take a look at it, the 5, that signifies that that's a set forward axle. The 6 signifies that that's a set back axle. The 15 signifies that's 115 inches BBC. What's BBC? That's bumper to back of cab. 20 signifies that it's 120 inches to the back of cab, from the bumper to back of cab. Take a look at this hood. This is a Meton hood right here. We used to do a lot of fiberglass hoods. This is a Meton hood right here. It comes in 3 pieces. What does that mean? It's a really lightweight hood. You could take this hood and you could basically pull it down with just 2 fingers on each hand. You take it, it's very easy to open. The other thing about this hood, if you ever break one side of it, you get in a wreck and you damage this side of the fender, this is all the piece that you have to replace. You don't have to replace the entire hood. That saves you time, that saves you money. Speaking of this fender, look at this light right here. We got LED lighting on this truck. That's a nice blinker. It stands out. It's a marker light as well. Everybody sees this. You go down the road, everybody sees, I saw you driving that truck. It has that little eyebrow light on it. It's real pretty. You see it at night, it looks good. It's going to last a long time and it's going to stand up to a lot of wear and tear. This is a heavy extreme truck. It's meant for heavy haul. It's meant to be in the muck and the mud and out in the oil fields. So you need LED lighting on this truck. You'll see that up on the mirror as well. So we went with LED lighting on this truck all the way around. Speaking of that mirror, if you look right down there, we have an outer air filter. International HX is one of the only trucks that you can get dual outside air filters on. You can't do that on many trucks, and that is a feature that we can add as an option. If we come down this way and we take a look at this hood, you'll notice right here on this International logo, we've got a metal grill. That metal grill is going to save you a lot as opposed to fiberglass or plastic or anything. That's going to save from when your rocks hit it. It's going to take a lot harder hit. We've got chrome bars there on the outside. That's an option. You don't have to take it, but it's going to make it look a heck of a lot nicer. I like those chrome bars on it personally myself. I like a little flash. Let's take a look at that bumper now. On this truck here, you got a place where you can put some toe pins. And if there were a toe loop there in front, that toe loop has a capacity of 150 pounds of towing. This truck comes with two different types of engines. It comes with our Navistar engine, which goes up to 475 horsepower. It also comes with a Cummins X15. That goes all the way up to 600 horsepower. So depending on what your application is going to depend on what you're going to need. We're going to spec this truck exactly the way that you want it. It's custom built for you, the customer, not me. Now that truck you had back there, that might be a cookie cutter design. We can make this truck exactly what you need. If there's something you don't like about this truck, we'll fix it. If there's something you like about this truck, we'll put it in there. We'll keep it on there. There's certain features that come standard on this truck. You get that air hydraulic clutch. That comes in here standard. You also get automatic door locks on this truck. That comes standard with the power windows on this truck. There's different packages that you can get with regards to the interior. This interior, you do have some leather stitching right there on the seat. You can also get leather stitching on this door as well. A lot of different packages. You can customize the interior package. You can go with this basic design here. You can also go where we have wood paneling up on the dash. Very easy to get in and out of. Let's take a look at these steps. Very wide steps, so there's a wide base for you to get up and in and out of that truck. You'll also notice that you have a nice engine block heater over there. You got a battery cutoff. You got your def tank. You got your fuel tanks. Your fuel tanks can go up to as much as dual 120-gallon tanks. That's a lot of fuel. These days, you need as much fuel as you can possibly get to get from one place to the next. Also on the def tank, we can put a large def tank on there for you so you have less fill. The other thing you'll notice right here above the fuel tanks is this cab. This is an all aluminum cab, so it's going to save you on weight. So going through them scales, that's going to be very important. It's a rigid construction, but that aluminum cab is going to save you weight so you can haul bigger loads. You can get up on in this cab for me, man. Remember how when we drove this truck earlier? Real quiet ride. This truck was built for the driver in mind. Not just that, this truck was built with uptime in mind. What's that mean? We want to keep you on the road. With over 800 dealerships in North America, we'll always be able to keep you on the road. This truck has, on the Cummins ISX, you got a 2-year warranty. Same with the Navistar 13, you got a 2-year warranty. On the chassis, you get a 1-year warranty. But never fear, you can always upgrade and do extended warranties. So as you can see, it's easy to understand why this International HX is a leader in the industry. Matter of fact, I know you're going to like it better than that competitor's truck you were driving that broke down on you back there. Ready to buy?